Hey, I wanted to make a video today. I have a bit of a message that I really feel like I've been getting from God. And something that I'm starting to notice. See, in times past, I've spent a lot of time learning economics and seeing history and how it repeated itself. For myself, I was really starting to get interested in economics in 2008. I started actually trading gold. And the reason why was because there was such a big buzz around gold back then. Housing markets were starting to really take a toll, and now we know it as the recession of 2008. Well, since then, there has been a few other recessions, and you may not have noticed them unless you were in those industries, such as the oil industry. But what we're looking at now is actually a repeat of a historical recession. And I'm saying this because I'm seeing the signs that there are and there will be some hard times coming ahead of us. And I've noticed also there's other people who are starting to notice this as well. But that does not necessarily mean in any way, shape, or form that you have to freak out from within. One, you have to take a look at where you are solid right now and work off of that. See, here are some of the challenges that people are facing, is that they don't know and they do not have control of what tomorrow is going to look like. And the world teaches that you don't have control of what your world is going to look like. You're going to get that from things like the news, from the media, from negative people, from sometimes some gurus who tell you certain things that really just aren't true. At the end of the day, if we can collectively come together, fight the things that are not right, and stand tall on the shoulders of giants, and the people who before us have given us the right thought patterns to be able to overcome the challenges that are going to be ahead, then you're going to be okay. And there are a few solutions, and I'm going to explain this. First things first is your connection with God. It's absolutely imperative and important that you can hear His voice. So I do not believe in any way, shape, or form that there isn't anybody on this earth who can't hear God's voice. It's just that you have stopped listening. And hearing God's voice and hearing the voice and connecting is the most important part of your journey and walk on this earth, because there is so much purpose in your connection with God. And second is the relationship aspects that you have around you. The relationships that you have are highly important. You may not think that they are, but they are highly important. And I'm going to give you a good snapshot of what that looks like. The closest 5 people that you hang around with, your average income is what theirs is. And over a period of time, if their income grows, so will yours, and vice versa. Well, that means that your relationships are increasingly getting even more important. Because when things get tough and things get rough, if you have a bunch of people around you who are complaining and negative and don't have solutions to be able to overcome the challenges ahead of you, guess where you are in the middle? You are in the middle of that. Complaints and roadblocks and not solutions to overcome the challenges that are coming ahead. The most important tip I have out of this whole entire thing is that your connection with God, the people that you hang around with, and the connection that you have with yourself is increasingly getting more important by the day. And I say that because there's so much information going out. The way that the internet, Instagram, and all the social media platforms try to give you certain type of content here and there, and it's really hard for you to know what to take in because a lot of that stuff actually contradicts itself. You dive deep into one person, you dive deep into another, and it contradicts itself. You don't know where you are. So finding out where you are in the middle of everything and finding your purpose here will drastically push you into an astronomically, push you into the place that you need to be so that you can overcome the challenges that are coming ahead. And let me tell you, from what I'm seeing, there's going to be some pretty heavy challenges. But it does not mean that you have to be stuck where you are. So, in conclusion of my message today, it's this: that there are some things in your life that you got to get organized. And the best way to do that, to start off, is to write it down. Start off with family and friends. Start off with my connection with God. Start off with who I think I am. And make an establishment of where you are. And then on the other side of that page, put a line, and then on the other side, put the same thing: your connection with God, your friends, in who you are, and put where you want to be with those things. Finding where you want to be and the purpose is so important. Last is being able to observe by your imagination how you're going to take the steps from here next to the right side. You want to go from the left side to the right side by your imagination, using your imagination to be able to take the steps to get there. And so instead of allowing the world to bombard your imagination with information, you are now programming your imagination to create the reality for you to get from where you are to where you want to be in those areas. And I guarantee you do that, it's going to help you get clarity, and you're going to feel control instead of feeling like you're out of control. And that's the first step, is taking 100% responsibility of where you are today for the choices that you're about to make, so that you can get to the part, or get to the place where no matter what this economy looks like, no matter how this world reacts or what type of negative thing it has, you create your world and you adapt and you move to the next step. So I really wanted to put out there, here is a part of the solution. So if you want to hear more, feel free to follow me on my Instagram account. And I normally do post some content in my stories, or you can feel free to even message me or talk to me, and I normally do get back to you. All right, we'll talk soon.